everyone. This video is to demonstrate how to draw the bass clef on the staff, and then you add letters to the staff. Okay, some of these letters will go on what we call a leisure line that is only needed when the letters are too high or too low for your respective clef. But today this video is about the bass clef, drawing the letters on the bass clef. So you're going to draw the bass clef and add the letters to the lines and spaces, and this is done in your notebook. So I'm going to head up my book. Alright, diagram of the bass clef, and remember this one is going to be done using adding the letters. Okay, we are going to add the letters on this one. So for this diagram you want to skip 3 lines, okay, for this diagram. So 1, 2, 3, and you're going to draw this diagram a little bit on the longer side of the fence because you need the space. So as I said, this diagram is going to require just a little bit more length than the normal bass clef with lines. Alright, now as you're noticing, I'm using my notebook, so as you draw the bass clef, you brighten 3 of the lines in your notebook after you skipped 2 lines. Alright, so that's all I am doing. And then now the first thing we're drawing is the diagram of the staff, and the staff needs to have 5 lines. So I've just drawn 3 lines out of the 5. Now to get the next 2 lines, I've put a dot in the center of these top 2, also over in the center of these top 2, and a dot in the center of these bottom 2 lines, and a dot in the center of these bottom 2 lines, and then I'm connecting my dots. Okay, that's all I'm doing, just connecting the dots. So the reason why we put the dots is for the line to be as straight as we can. Alright, so we are connecting the dots. Okay, that's our 5 line. Now we number the lines, always number the lines from bottom going up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Alright, we finish our diagram by adding a double bar line at the end. Alright, always want to put a double bar line at the end, and I'm erasing excessive lines. And please be reminded that when drawing, always use a pencil. Pencil is a must for drawing. Okay, anyway, alright, so now I'm finished. I'm going to use my red ink to write so it's more visible. Alright, so I'm going to draw the diagram of the bass clef. And then I include my dots. Not so perfect, but can go. Okay, then I'm going to put in my letters. Alright, now we should know these letters from previous classes. That the first line is a G, second line B, third D, fourth line is an F, and the fifth line is an A. And these letters are in the lines. Now to get the other letters that is in the space, we write them in between these letters. So A, C, E, and G. All right, so that last one there is a G where the pen is pointing. All right, so this is how I want you to draw your clef and put in the letters in this fashion. All right, in previous years we have used the letters in a different fashion. We have separated the lines, and we have also separated the spaces with the letters. So we have put the letters on the lines one side, and I've put the letters on the spaces one side. But for now, we are keeping them together like one big unit. Now, based on this fact that all these letters are going up alphabetically, if you notice, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, then A, so it starts over. It's an alphabetical process that is starting over. The next letter would have gone above the A would have been a B, because we are going up A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Now we are going to put the next letter, which is a C, but that line is not here, so we are going to include that line now in our diagram. And it's going to be a short little line. And I'm putting another one for another letter. All right, so this is a B. Now the next letter would have been, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and the next letter would have been a C. Not so perfect. And then the other letter after the C would have been a D, and this D is going on top of this middle line. All right, of this little short line, which we call a ledger line. So notice A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. Now a trend that we should realize is that the letters are going up lines and spaces. So line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space, then in the line, then space to follow that trend. So we're going to do the same suit below as we did above. All right, so we're going to add letters below now. Based on we're going up the alphabet, in this case we're going to come down the alphabet. All right, so we're going to, what letter would have come before a G in the alphabet? It would have been, there it is right there, that's your Q. It would have been an F. So based on the trend line space, the next letter would have been an F, coming down the opposite of the alphabet, or saying the alphabet back way, as you would call it. All right, then our next letter, which would have been, see, there it is, E. We are going to have to draw one of these short lines, which I did say before, it's called a ledger line, to identify or to put that E on. All right, now because we're going to add another letter, we're going to draw two of these lines. All right, there we go. So this next letter now would have been, this is basically what we're doing, we're reversing and we're coming back down. All right, we are at F, which is here. Then we're going to put the next letter going the opposite direction of the alphabet, which is E. So the E goes here, right in the line, and then the next letter in the alphabet would have been, there you go, D. The D goes below the line. All right, so that's just a pretty snaps of how we draw the bass clef using ledger lines, and now adding the letters. All right, so look at this pretty trend now. D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. And if you notice, all we're doing is just going up the alphabet. But the trick with going up the alphabet is that you would have to say line space, line space. Now in this instant we start on a space, right? So space, line, 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 space. So we start on a space, we end on a space. You doesn't have to end on a space, because you could still add more letters going up the top of the bass clef. You could add more letters going below the bottom of the bass clef, but for now we will stay there. So in drawing your diagram, this is the step we have to take to draw the diagram of the bass clef, adding the letters. Okay, and this type of teaching I normally use it for when I'm teaching the third formers or the grade 9 students to do the bass clef. This is how I teach them how to remember the letters of the lines of the bass clef. All right, okay, that's all for this video for now. This video is just basically showing you how to draw the bass clef, adding the letters in this alphabetical format and not using the acronym format. Okay, bye for now.